fan. Stomping on them like a cute dog or alpha man. In Miami, hard rock jumping like a rock band. You know me, I love my green and cheese like a Packers fan. I'm a player, gotta keep it player, how the game go. With the steppers, I ain't gotta tell them, they just train to go. Calling plays and I'm calling shots like the head coach. First class, so we take the private, we don't do coach. They was hot then, now they cold now. They was hot then, now they cold now. They was hot then, now they cold now.
Dirty, yeah, you know we global with it. Black fit, limo tint, you don't know who in it. Whole team having motion, world know who winning. I'm known for handling business, the other dudes known for dissing. Big motion, boy, big vibing, boy. Tell her pipe that loud talk down, cause they ain't making noise. Yeah, homie, we them boys, who they be preaching about. If you see LT around, Reballo's bound to make a crowd. Let it try.
Many, mo, I knock them down 3 in a row. From the street straight to the field, from the field right to the show. All my dogs are trained to go. Make sure my people don't work no more. Been let down so many times and stand on my back, I swear it don't hurt no more. Got dirt all on my hands, but I still watching and count this money. I had to stop rocking so many chains, I was trying to work out and it hurt my stomach. I get them rap, that boy mommy. Black on black, this Maybach done. When times was dark, we stood on the block around the clock. Now my life, son. I had to make it out. Rest in peace to Dolph, I took that paper out. Wanted some more laying out on the dough and bought my neighbor's house. I done so many favors for some people, feel like I'm favored out. No eating in, we taking out. Same people who was cheering, they hating now, but so what? Dan Marino seats inside this Rolls truck, they dolphin blue. Big homie, y'all little boys better remember who y'all talking to. It's gonna cost you like a 50 for me and the gang, and we just walking through. We counting money often too.
よいしょ。はい、こんばんは、お疲れ様です。手探りーグシーズン5、ウィーク17、デンバーブロンコス対ロサンゼルスチャージャーズの試合をやりたいと思います。
LAC の OVR ってこんな高かったっけ？
高かったんですよ。結構侮れない相手になっています。10時に本当は試合をやる予定だったんですけど、ちょっと子供の寝かしつけに失敗しまして、この時間になりました。で、裏でね、いろいろと面白そうな試合がたくさんあり、それも見たいところなんですけども、こちらもやらなければいけないので、やりたいと思います。で、気軽にこんな感じですね。ちょこっと多分主力が欠けているのかもしれません。で、シーズン5の、最後の CPU 戦ですね、ここは。で、プレイオフに関しては、現状、こんな感じになっていて、デンバーはちょっと厳しいかもしれない。とりあえずこの残り2勝は、残り2戦をですね、勝てるかどうかっていうところが重要なポイントになってくるかなというところです。でちょっと時間もないので、試合をやっていきたいと思います。で、CPU 戦でね、スタッツを稼げない私なんですけども、今日の試合前の練習は時間がなかったのでやっていません。なので、滑り出しが失敗すると、もしかしたら負けるかもしれないというね。そんなことにならないよう、ちょっと気をつけたいとは思いますが、こんな感じですね。よし、じゃあお願いします。やっていきましょう。
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And we've got the Chargers, Burner at wide receiver. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, just ahead on EA Sports.
よし、ディフェンスからだね。
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
いやー、それは、何なんだろうね。いわゆるこれもプライベートなんですけど、遊びというか、練習兼ねてでやっているフランチャイズモードだと、何も気にせず、プレッシャーがないからなんか、遊んでられるんですが、こっちになるとね、なんか異常に試合前の緊張が出て、なんかうまい入りができないですよね。
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. They've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And they're able to get this one across the
なんだ、ワンハンドで逃がさないでよ。
10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
On first down, Rucker. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately, he was fortunate to get anything out of that.
相当、どのチームも負けたらプレーオフで出ないっていうような瀬戸際の状況で、本当面白い組み合わせがたくさんあった。あったんですよね。いや、どの試合も見応えがありそうな試合だなと思いました。
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete.
オーバースローでよかった。すごく取られててもおかしくない位置だったよ。
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
あー、ホールディングか。
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled,
デンバーはですね、ルーキーランニングバックのウォーターズが5週の怪我をしてしまって、マキャになってます。で、マキャがね、ちょっと今シーズンちゃんと走らせられてないので、どうなるかなって感じですが。
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
アウトサイドはノーアウトサイダーのエッジスリットなんか。ユーザーが入るとまた。
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Davis now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. The Broncos at 9-6 now. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to.
このディフェンスはマカだけ止めるようプログラミングしてあります。
おう、ベン・パワーズが怪我だよ。あら、ヘルメット脱いでるよ。これは重傷か
？Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
早々に OL が1人退場してしまいました。
Operating from the gun, Davis.
危ね。
He's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards. The
危ね今。
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And Kelvin Joseph that time in on the tackle.
やっぱ戻ってこれなかったね。なんか戻ってこれなさそうな怪我だった。
Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Takes this to the 45, not much space there.
なんかマキアとのマキアと OL が相性悪い気がする。まあ単に俺が下手なんだな。
On the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. On 3rd down.
This
will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
62ヤード。バントするぐらいだったらギャンブルしちゃってもいいよ。こういう時に限ってね、やらかす率はある。
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, Davis. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now look,
いやー、まだマキアを気持ちよく走らせられてないな。
I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Mims in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
ナイスマキャ。マキャはね、こういうところがいいよね。完璧なボールだ。
And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of
why they have such a good record this season. 練習してない中での第1クォーターでタッチダウンを達成できましたね。危なかったけどね。で、とりあえず今日の試合の個人的な目標としては、セスキングに2本タッチダウンを取らせたい。あと、1でもいいから、10ヤード以上取らせたい。そうするとですね、セスキン初の1000ヤードキャッチ、10タッチダウンを達成します。今シーズンもあれ4周アウトはしてたような気はするんだけどね。
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. Nowhere to go.
よしよしよし。拾えなかった。誰？警備作者の。お、マクリンかい？いいじゃん。
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Herbert.
よしよしよし。そこはね、PS2 の千葉エリア。パスをね、取られてるように見えるけども、落としてりゃいいの。うん。
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down.
おお、なるほど。ミムズも3タッチダウンあと取らないと10タッチダウンいかない。そういった意味でも今日はパス投げてたからね。でもそうなるとなんか下手に緊張してハンターに握ってミスるっていうことが起こりそうだ。気をつけよう。
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get over,
反対から漏れてきたよ。
it's tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to
マジ
lead
か。
to 3rd and 4.
今のマジか。
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him
なんかわかんねえな、これ。
Here's Davis from the gun on third down. And he's caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. McCaffrey running up the middle.
Yeah.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Davis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, plug it into your body, and absorb the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
よしよしよしよし。よしよし、これで1000キャッチ達成しただろうと思われる。ああ、このプレーダメかな。まあいいや、行ってみよう。危ね。危ね。今ね、投げるとそこじゃないんだよね、これはね。危なかった。どうしようかな。セスキンに取らせたいけど、ちょっとこのヤードは無理だから。
Line of scrimmage again, the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's maybe going to get this.
最終週の調査のために来ました。
ですよね。最終週。
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
いけるかな。いやー、やらかきそうでこう。
They'll look to throw again.
オッケー。よし。
Touchdown, Denver. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
やらかしそうで怖かったけど。危なかった。
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
いやー、今回本当A西は激戦だからな。
Here's Herbert.
よし、ナイスナイス。
Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go. マキャ止めるのが T です矢野さん。
He'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down.
本来俺がいるべき場所じゃないからね。
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7.
まずタックルで怪我させます。
Back to throw here, Herbert.
はい。捕まえきれなかったか。
Fourth down coming up.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson to return. Fighting him off. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored their first 2 drives. They still haven't given any given on the other side of the ball.
1-1か。
5連続スクリーンで潰しましょう。
お、ボサがいなくなった。ああ、これはすぐ戻ってくるやつだね。
ネルソンを最大限活用します。
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
ダメか。
It's gonna be knocked away and incomplete.
さすがにいけなかった。数万だからワンチャン可能性あるかと思ったんだけどね。それはブリッツかな。あー、プア確かにブリッツが来てた。
This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's got this down to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to throw again. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. All the way home for a Broncos score.
あ、ダメだよ。こんなにタッチダウン取ってちゃ。あ、でもいいのか、QB を変えればね。
For 4th on the all-time list. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
パスを散らしているのはいいんだけど、取らせたい選手にタッチダウン取らせられてない。まずまずい。
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Run.
On first down, it's Herbert.
Yes.
The Broncos get there and take him down.
It
looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Herbert now. Completes the pass to Judy. Now the Chargers will use the second of the timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Herbert. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
よし。あ、これで接近をとりあえず気にせずやればいい。
nothing lead already, and no need really to take any unnecessary risks. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Davis. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
間違えたよ。
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
間違えたよ。完全に間違えたよ。
Last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Davis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
ほら、届かない。そう、もう少しパワーがあれば届いたね。
So we've come upon halftime here in week 17 as we'll send you eastward to our... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with the lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Now a football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a as they get him down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. What you want to see this late in the season, medical staff is going to check on it, and we'll step aside for a moment.
ハードではない気がするんだけどね。どうだろうね。
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Rucker, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That ground game contained again there, Charles. That's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Go. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
よし。
Brought down by the
マクイーンいい
Broncos.
ね
It's a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Well, they're in some hot water now
プレー
after
コール
that
的にはちょっ
sack.
と
It's second and 21.
投げられたらやばいよね。
Up the middle they go. Rucker. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. Third and long. Well, another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Julian Love picks it. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Davis now to throw on second down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
あ、嘘。わお、ルイスの怪我は痛えぞ。あ、でも大丈夫か。ミディアムかな。
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Davis throwing on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Davis. He finds his man. Complete. That's King. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
どうしよう。
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to be taken down. There's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This
よ
is
し。
caught. Touchdown
こ
Broncos.
れで4タッチなんでしょ。
Marvin Mims with his second
で、こ
touchdown
れ以上
game,
は
number 8 on the
デイビス
season.
で
And the
パスタッチダウンは
Broncos
ダ
are
メ
able to widen their advantage. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
A tackle made there by Drew Sanders. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert.
His
hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos about set to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
23 yards, the final tap. And now some disagreement down on that sideline.
Hold
The
on.
red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now a 2nd and 10. Davis now. And this one complete again to Mims. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
いやー、マキャのランが出ねえな。
Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now Davis on 1st down.
ちょっとそこないっす。さすがマキャだぜ。
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Let's go. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun.
あ、嘘。どこ？
He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
あ、ブリッツだった。
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Here's Davis on 3rd down. And that is
それはラムジー。この状態でラムジーで勝負を挑んじゃダメだ。
We don't often talk about it. You can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Herbert.
To the right
side and complete to Atwell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Set.
Here's Herbert.
よし。
And the Broncos get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, partner, you and I'll be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Nice.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Going for the deep ball.
Okay.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
ここはね、インターし
The
なく
4th
て
down
正
play
解。
doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why?
Why?
Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Davis.
やっちゃった。
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Herbert's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Atwell here. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards that time for number 19. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Again, Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Herbert.
Nice.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Herbert throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone.
あ、ちょっと待った。今さっきのパスでもしかしてスキングヤード超えちゃった？いや、大丈夫だね。全然大丈夫だ。で、マキアが逆に危ない。51の62だから、マキアも大丈夫か。
I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Chargers offense back onto the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.
手探りで CPU を相手にシャットをアウト勝ちしたの初めてかも。
What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that, and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Denver, they get a critical 10th win on the year with one game left to go. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
あんなにラムジーパスカットしたように見えるけど、ラムジーにつかない。スペースって難しい。先生でもなかなかつかないんだよ。そうだね。だってプールもついてないんだ。
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up.
まあこれは昼に流れてもスターなんだ。ケリーがいい感じで育ってるんで。お、3つ目が開いた。これはどうなんだろう。悪くないんじゃないの？あ、あれ、誰か怪我してたっけ？ワオ。そうか、パワーズがそうか。戻ってこなかったもんね。はい。今ね、ケリーが、レベルが上がって、こうなりました。で、モラルで1上がってるから、実質今86なんですよね。で、おそらくだけど、90になったらスキルの付け替えができるはずなんだな。楽しみだね。はい、以上のような形で、初めてCPU、手探りの CPU 相手にシャットアウト勝ちができました。で、ご覧の通り、非常に激戦な状態です。マジでどうなるんだろう ?AFC は。ここしか決まってない。すごいね。実際の NFL でこうなってたらめっちゃ楽しいだろうな。 最終節まで全然わかんねえじゃん。だけど、地区首位的なところも見えてきてんのか？とりあえず、レイブンズは、地区首位は確定なのか。だからレイブンズも確定でしょ？あ、そうでもない？もしかして。あれ？スティーラーズって試合終わったっけ？スティーラーズの試合は、引き分け？引き分け？うわーすげえめちゃめちゃすげえな。さすが同地区だからね。意地だよね、もうね、ここはね、もう。うわ、すげえ。っていうことは、A 北の地区1位は、レイブンズで決定なんだな。で、ここが、おそらくテキサンズが確定に近いんだろうな。大手はかかってるよね、きっと。で、コルツは、ウィーク18でデンバーと戦うので、その試合で、勝つ。で、テキサンズが負けると、どうなんだろう。ここの直接対決の結果次第では逆転するのか。で、ここは、ペイトリオッツがもう確定なんだろうな。大手だよね、きっと。で、ここ3チームも直接対決がないので、あれですね。で、ここは地区首位が唯一決まってます。勝った。まあ、CPU だからね。うわ、すげえな。今回、全然わかんないじゃん。プレイオフの争いに。残り一つの石をかけて、ペレナーズ、パンサーズ、ゴーズか。戦ってる。実質ベアーズが有利。それぞれのチームスケジュールだよね。デンバーがいいとして、ジェッツがジャイアンツだから関係ない2つでしょう。ペイトリオッツはビルズだから、まあこれも勝つでしょう。ジェッツとペイトリオッツが同時に勝った場合、勝率の面でペイトリオッツの方が上なのかな。直接対決ではジェッツに2敗してるけども、関係なく多分地区首位。リーダースだからまあ永遠に先頭近いのかな。スティーラーズはそのタイになったことでチーフスに勝たないとダメなのね。ピーサンズはバッカニアーズでこれは勝つでしょうと。だから無条件で勝ったら地区首位は確定なんだろう。今日はブロンコスとコルツの直接対決で どっちかが勝てば、もし、どちらかがプレイオフに残るか。あ、マジ全然わかんねえ。1、2、3、4。ここはほぼ確定。で、ここも確定。スティーラーズは、勝てば多分、ほぼ確定。残り2個の数を、スティーラーズが勝て、スティーラーズは多分無条件でチーフスに勝てば、確定で、ブロンコスも勝てば確定か？わかんない。コルトは間違いなく、ブロンコスに勝てば、プレイオフ確定に入るんじゃないかな。全然わかんない。はい。とりあえず、ウィーク18マジで、マジで目が離せないシーズン5となりました。ぜひ最後まで見て、シーズンを見ていただければと思います。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。よかったらチャンネル登録、いいねお願いいたします。またね。